Quite frankly, it tells us what we've known for some time throughout this administration, that a breakthrough with North Korea is a focal point in the region. And White House officials have been consistent in telling us that they feel like Pompeo is the right man, given his experience, to carry that assignment forward. Let me take it to Twitter, the president talking about it. And as you pointed out, he is confirming exactly this, that Mike Pompeo met with Kim Jong Un in North Korea last week. Meeting went very smoothly, and a good relationship was formed. He goes on to add, details of summit are being worked out now. Denuclearization would be a great thing for the world, but also for North Korea. Now, the meeting, Bill, comes ahead of what most observers believe will be a summit later this year. We are still hearing late May, possibly into June, as that changes, of course, on the ground, depending on what happens around the globe. And while expectations remain relatively low that a major deliverable will be hammered out in the meantime, there are signs of cautious optimism.
We've had talks at the highest level. Well, let's leave it a little bit short of that. But we have had talks at the highest level. And it's going very well, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens has been consistently the message from the president. Clearly, they would like to have something hammered out ahead of time so that they can say whether the meeting goes swimmingly or not, they have delivered on something. We'll keep you posted as we learn more, Bill.
And a long way to go, too. Kevin, what's the Trump administration's response on that?
Well, listen, there's an old saying. If you don't know what the message is, pass on any questions about it, right? I mean, clearly, they would like to have something hammered out. Whether it's North Korea, whether it's Syria, whether it's Russian sanctions. But you don't want to get in a situation, Bill, where one side is saying something and the other side is saying something else. In this case, Larry Kudlow, the president's chief economic advisor, sort of kicked a hornet's nest by suggesting that UN Ambassador Nikki Haley had a bit of confusion when it comes to the possible timing of Russian sanctions, additional possible sanctions for their support of the Assad regime. So, of course, yesterday in answering a question, Kudlow said, well, she may have been a little confused about the timing of the rollout. Well, that didn't sit too well with the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, telling our Dana Perino, with all due respect, I don't get confused. Now, Kudlow did call to apologize, but it is also important to point out, Bill, the administration has not rolled out new sanctions, at least not yet publicly. And if they do, they promise they'll be on the same page.